yeah, he said to push the right arrow. And that way it'll have the recorder. It's up there. Will it go through? Real quick? That should last. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, everyone. City of Postage special meeting of the City Council, 491 Avenue H, City Hall. Wait a minute, special meeting, right?
Is this special meeting?
Yes. For quorum, yes, ma'am. We don't
It's
have
up to
quorum.
you if you want to wait. No? Okay.
Rachel, I think she'll be here.
We'll
She
just
didn't
wait.
call me, no mom. They know that she hasn't called me, so that no mom. Oh, look at that ugly picture. Me, yeah, you say me.
You can just stop the recorder and we'll give it a few minutes and see.
Yeah, you didn't catch that. Yeah, we're gonna wait a little bit. We need to have actually 4 council members. We need to have 4 to have a special meeting. County. He made us that day with that horse. He made it happen. Get my folks to find out. That has to be written in there.
Okay, there we go. So she can do this one first. And the other one. I didn't even notice that Crystal was in here. It really was. It was good. Yes, it was nice.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it was packed.
It was a
I
lot of
couldn't
people.
believe it.
That is so awesome.
Definitely exceeded our expectations.
That is so good.
Y'all, she caught me in time. I didn't get to walk into that. We get to have a 50-minute break, right, Abby? I might phone it down the hot. Okay, start all over again. Good evening, everyone. City of Postage special meeting of the City Council. 491 Avenue H, City Hall. Monday, February the 13th, 2023. It is 6:34 p.m. Item 1, call to order. Forum. The pledge of allegiance. Mr. Fingers, can you also? Yes.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we're gonna have the
Mr.
education. Mr.
Yes, good evening, Mayor. Good evening, Council, citizens. Want to wish everybody happy Valentine's Day tomorrow. And for all of you and the work that you do for the city, here's a community hug coming at you. Let us pray. O God of great and God of small, God of one and God of all of us, tonight, as we do and go about the business before us in tonight's meeting of the council, we also are mindful that we need to lift a prayer tonight for our police chief, Bruce, and especially his wife, Jennifer, who is fighting valiantly against the disease which is really afflicting her. We ask strength from you, O God, to heal her in body, mind, and spirit, and surround each of them with your amazing love. All this we ask in your blessed name, O God. Amen.
Thank you. I need to, mayor's report, no action to be taken. There was still a proclamation, and we won't be able, it wasn't on the agenda, so they're asking me to read this, and I got the wrong version. Okay, I'm gonna read this, the city code Teen Dating Violation Awareness and Prevention Month, Violence and Prevention Month, February 23 proclamation. I think they are here, but for that. Oh, that's right. Okay. Whereas females between the age 16-24 or more vulnerable to partners, violence, experience abuse at a rate almost triple the national average. And whereas one in the three abusive girls in the United States is a victim of physical, emotional, or verbal abuse from a dating partner, and figure that far exceeds victimizing rates of other types of violation facing youth. And whereas high school students who experience physical violence and a dating relation are most likely to use drugs and alcohol, are at great risk of suicide, and are much more likely to carry partners or patterns of abuse into future relationships. And whereas young people victimized by a dating partner are more likely to engage in risky sexual behavior, unhealthy dating behavior, and the experience may disrupt normal development of self-image and body image. And as whereas nearly half of the teens who experience dating violence reports that incidents of abuse took place in a school building or on a school grounds. And whereas only 3% of the teens, 33% of the teens who are in an abuse relationship ever tell anyone about the abuse, and 81% of the partners' parents survived either believe teen dating violence is not an issue or admit they do not know if it is one, and whereas providing young people with education about healthy relationships and relationship skills, and by changing attitudes that support violence, we recognize that dating violence can be prevented. And whereas it is extreme to racism, community awareness, and to provide training for teachers, counseling, and school staff so that they may recognize when youth are exhibiting signs or dating violence. And whereas the establishment of teen dating violence awareness prevention month will benefit youth people, their family, school, and community regardless of social economy, status, gender, and sexual orientation, or and whereas anyone has the right to a safe and healthy relationship and to be free from abuse. Now therefore, I, Denise Sanchez, Mayor of the City of Poteet, do hereby proclaim February 2023 Teen Dating Violence Awareness and Prevention Month throughout the city of Poteet. I urge all citizens of Poteet to work toward ending teen dating violence by empowering young people to develop a healthier relationship, assisting victims in accessing the information and supportive service they need. Get it better and
We'll get one on the proclamation paperwork.
I wanna know this.
Can y'all take a picture of that?
And I wanna thank y'all ladies, because, I had met with you, I had you live with me, they ran away because of the boyfriend, it was a boyfriend that beat him up. I go out there, I went out there when a boyfriend showed up, and I went out there with a bat. You know, a lot of the teens don't know where to go, they can't go to the parents, because they've even seen it there in their home. Some teens think it's all right, but it's not all right. You know, it's a sad situation. I've seen little ones also maybe, but I want to thank y'all so much for, you know, showing us this awareness and that everybody knows it's out there for help if they need it. I really want to thank y'all so much.
Yeah, thank you. And we're a resource, so we're right here in Pleasanton, but we do work with teens. It was in schools about healthy relationships and teen dating violence, and so we have a 24-hour hotline. So we're here as a resource to y'all. Can we get a picture? Is it easier if we go up there? Oh, yes.
Real quick question.
Yeah.
So if you could, I put up for the public, could y'all identify yourself and the organization that you're
Oh,
representing?
yes.
You guys can just step up front here.
Okay, we'll go.
We appreciate it, so that everybody knows. There you go. Take the picture on the spot.
No, that's all right. That's what we're here for.
But I know you're a professional.
Oh, yeah. My name is Andrea Raffnell, and I'm the Director of Outreach, Education, and Prevention at Safer Path Family Violence Shelter. We're a full family violence shelter located in Pleasanton, but we serve as residents around the town.
And I'm Sharon Northcutt. I'm the digital educator for Safer Path, and it was really, really great for y'all.
And if I may, a little history, I remember when y'all weren't here, and I remember that a lot of the resources that our folks had to take advantage of were in Wilson County, or further away, Guadalupe County. So it's certainly an advantage having you guys local, because it's able to help our kids here locally, and y'all also help people in other counties as well. So you're a great resource to have. I'm very happy to have y'all, and proud that you guys are here, and I appreciate the great work that y'all do. So thank you for what y'all are doing, and
social media, Facebook.
We do. We have Instagram and Facebook, and we do have a website, but most of our stuff goes out on social media.
Do y'all have any cards in the right?
Yeah, we have some brochures. We have to come back and get
The signed one,
proclamation.
yes.
So we can bring, we've got lots of goodies.
You guys know a lot of teenagers that they really respect the people for that. Some teenagers just don't get it because they're in love. And you know, that's what it is, they're in love, and when a guy tells them, I love you, I'm not gonna do it again, boom, it happens again. I've seen it.
Will y'all stand first?
Oh, should we go back? Right here, right? Okay.
And make sure you put it, I'm only got a picture because I'm too short.
Ready?
The exhibit, the investment
Thank
grade.
you.
So it's APD in the packet was amended like today. So I just emailed you right now the official one. The one that will
let me
be
get your
executed today. Okay.
Yeah. No, it didn't. Item 3, citizens' comments, 3 minutes limit. Speakers to be prior
I'm sorry.
to the meeting, any person who makes
Keep sitting on my hair.
several or standard remarks or who becomes religious while addressing the council or attending a council meeting shall be removed from the building. If so, directed by the mayor or mayor pro tem. If the mayor is absent or the request of a majority council, please advise that comments have no action and no discussion at this meeting. That's the Attorney General, option JC -0169. A speaker's time may not give time to another speaker ordinance number 1201214-01. I should really know that ordinance number. Okay, I have one, Mr. Richard Franklin. Would you like to come up here?
Sure. Thank you. It's been a while since I've been here.
Yes.
And
Um,
I'm wearing
Okay, so there's new ones
glasses
that you
now.
sent to me?
And
Okay.
I never missed a city council meeting, but it's been a long time, but I'm happy to be here tonight and just share some good things with you that you probably already know about because you You made them happen. Good evening, Mayor, City Manager, and City Council. I come tonight speaking about being positive and having pride, and especially kindness, for we're on the eve of Valentine's. So we have quite a few things that we can be proud of here in Poteet, and we need to dwell on those and work with them and look toward the future. Is Poteet going to grow? Yes, it is. And we just got to make good things happen so we'll be ready for that growth. I like the way that our city manager handled the homeless situation. It never hit us before. This is something new. And she did it very, very professionally. She finally got the county on the ball and moving, and the other city managers did too, because it affected Jordan and Pleasant and Charlotte also. And anyway, now you don't see as many homeless people here because they're being charged and taken to jail. And it's got to be that way if we have a town. And I say our families and our kids come first. Poteet kids and families come first, not the people walking the streets at 3 a.m. and stealing stuff and getting in people's houses. And the persistence I give credence to our city manager, who's really made this happen just by good hard work. Next is, if you notice, junior high, they painted the long white building. We've asked for that a long time. That's added pride to our school up there. And they tore down the little outdoor Johnny that was on the corner for over 20 years. And here in Poteet, the city manager closed down a meth shack that was behind the Methodist church. And I knew they were going in there. I came and told her about it. She says, I'll go back there. I said, weeds are high. She said, I don't care. And she went back there and saw where they were burning meth. And guess what? It's torn down. Within 3 days, it was torn down. Your city manager did that. And and they also cleaned up the lot. And now other structures that are not livable in Poteet, she's taking care of. The Methodist Church and the Wellness Center. Pastor Dave's here tonight. He's been working very hard to try to get something better here in Poteet with our Wellness Center. I've noticed the potholes in Poteet in the streets, they're being filled. That's good to see. That other night we had a sewer leak behind the Bunkhouse Motel. And I thought, well, it won't be fixed till tomorrow. Guess what? I went down there after dark. It was cold as cold could be, and the city workers got it fixed that night. And before, they'd let the sewer run all night down the side of the road. So there's a lot of positive about that. We've got a Medicare and Medicaid business coming to Poteet and Mrs. Mann's Strawberry Pit. We have security services, employment endeavors, which are helping Poteet. We have a new winery here, and we're thankful for all the many restaurants we have here. And we've got a doctor in town now. That is great. This is what the people have been waiting for. And we thank the city council and our city manager for knowing and encouraging this. And I came in City Hall the other day, and the city manager, I noticed a lady vacuuming down her hallway. Guess who it was? Your city manager. I've never seen one city manager in Poteet hardly get out of their chair or move. She was vacuuming. Yes. Okay.
Sorry. Sorry.
May I finish just real quick? Okay. We want the citizens to be a part of the answer, not a part of the problem. We don't need people to complain, but we need people to take part and join the different organizations we have in Poteet. And last of all, the Christmas party and the cowboy breakfast was fantastic. And it was something that Poteet hasn't had in a long time. When I was little, we had events like that. Well, this went over the top. It was something anybody could be proud of. So tonight, I'm talking about thank you. I'm talking about pride. I'm talking about being positive for Poteet. We have a lot to be thankful for, and I thank the city council, the city administrator, and her employees that she is working with very closely. Thank you.
With one motion, there will be no supporting discussion of these items unless a council member or citizen so requests call. A, approve minutes of January 17, 2023 regular meeting. Did everyone go through them? No one has questions? Okay, can I have a motion?
I'll second it.
I have, a motion from, okay, Lois, a second from, Member King. Member Sanchez is not here. Councilmember Dominguez?
Yes, ma'am.
Councilmember Flores?
Yeah.
Councilmember Fernandez?
Abstain.
And that's because he left, so right. Mayor Pro Tem, Ms. Bautista?
Yes.
Motion does not pass. No. 'Cause we need a 1, 2. We'll need to put this one back on the agenda since majority is 4 tonight. Since it's a special meeting, we need 4 to vote in favor of this.
Oh, okay.
And because we got 3, an abstention doesn't count towards that. So we'll just put it back on the regular meeting for next session.
Okay, new businesses, item A, discussion possible action on approving resolution number 02132023-01R calling an election to be held on May 6, 2023 for purposes of an election, electing mayor and 2 council members, place 4 and place 5. Wait, that's wrong too. Oh, it's right? Oh, yes, place 4, place 5, by the qualifications of voters of the city of Poti, establish pay rates for the election workers, providing for early voting and for notice of election, providing for other matters relating to the election and sitting and effectually date. Ms. Melissa?
Mayor, may I address the podium?
Good evening, everyone. Mayor, council, citizens, certainly appreciate you being here with us tonight. In your packet, you will see resolution number 0213202223 in your package. So this agenda item is calling for and ordering the 2023 general election for mayor and place 4 and place 5. The resolution is in front of you, and it sets the polling locations and the salaries for the election clerks. And as of right now, we have Denise Sanchez and Rick T. Flores have both filed for mayor. Candice Perez Rodriguez and Jeremy Fernandez has filed for place 4. Crystal Bautista has filed for place 5. The compensation portion of this is in section 15, and it's already laid out in the resolution that the judge will make $12 an hour and the election clerks will make $11 an hour. A couple of important dates. February 17th is the last day to file by 5 p.m. February the 24th will be the last day to withdraw your application. February the 27th, conduct the drawing for order of candidate on the ballots at 4:30 p.m. April the 6th is the last day to register to vote, to be able to vote in this election. April the 24th is the first day of early voting. May the 2nd is the last day of early voting, and May 6th is election day.
I need, any questions? I need a motion.
I'd like to make a motion.
A motion for Mr. Councilman Fernandez.
Approve, item A as read.
Do I have a second?
I'll second. Okay.
Okay, who? Okay, Mr. Councilman Dominguez. Okay, I'll take a look. Sanchez, Councilman Sanchez, not here. Mr. Henry Dominguez,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Rick Flores,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Fernandez,
Yes, ma'am.
and Ms. Bautista.
Yes, ma'am.
Motion passed.
Thank you.
Item B, discussion possible action on approving and signing an installment contract and social guarantee agreement with Performance Service Company PSI and ordinance with the Texas Government Goal 302 and PSI and the TIPS contract number 170103.
Mayor, I'd like to ask Greg, Jenna, and Bobby to join me up here, please. This is a project that has been on our agenda many times. One of the first acts of business for Me was when you guys gave the directive to work with Performance Services so that we can get this water meter project in place. And from June the 13th forward, that's what we have done. We have had several council meetings with these items on the agenda. We've had several workshops with these beautiful people here giving us information and where we're going and what it's going to be. So today we have this on the agenda to move this project forward. We need to bring it to life. They have provided us with tons of information and how it's going to benefit the great city of Poteet. So
Okay, I would like to go ahead and make a motion
I have a motion here.
to pass item B as read.
Item B is read from Councilman Fernandez.
I'll second it.
I have a second from Councilman Bautista, Mayor Pro Tem, excuse me, Bautista. I will take the votes. Sanchez? Any discussions?
Right, discussion.
okay,
Yeah, so I would like them to come and explain, if you would, please.
certainly.
Kind of the scope of what we're talking about, to kind of give us an overall. I know we've had the special meetings, and we are all aware, but for the benefit of our public.
Yes, sir.
Kind of just kind of touch base on where we're at.
She's gonna pass out some packets now.
So the scope of the project,
There's been-
Oh. Oh, yes, he's here. Mr. Sanchez is here. Councilman Sanchez is here.
357. 657.
I'm so sorry.
It's like,
so the scope of this project is replacing all of the water meters with new ultrasonic water meters that are a complete AMI system where they'll automatically read with a customer portal for all the residents to be able to monitor their water use through an electronic device, whether it be computer, laptop, phone, or tablet. In addition to that, there is park improvements that include a splash pad as well as an allowance to build a restroom facility, locker room style building for the splash pad. The final part of this project is an emergency response trailer for your Public Works Department to give them the needed tools and equipment they need to respond to water leaks and sewer leaks and get those items repaired in a much quicker manner to restore the water and wastewater service to the residents. That was a very high overview of what the project scope is.
And in our meetings, of course, we discussed the financing for this. And this project, Melissa, if you will, for us, just clarify that at this point we are approving this project, or are we going forward for the approval pending financing?
We are approving this contract so that we can move forward on the financing, which is the next item on the agenda. Should our financing fall through for whatever reason, this project will die.
And that's lined out in the contract that your city attorney has had. If for any reason any finding does not come through, the city is not gonna be held accountable for any dollars owed.
And there will be no monies owed for the work done to
No.
this point.
Itzel has reviewed and reviewed and reviewed. And, we worked all morning together on the contract. She's done an extreme amount of work on it. And, also worked with PSI's team, and everybody has been very workable to make sure that it was worded in the best interest of the city for, our protection.
And this is for Melissa. So in the finance section, I guess, I don't know if we want to address it right now or to the section part, will we actually discuss that part?
That'll be,
So
the next agenda item
yeah.
discusses the portion of monies and the bonds and all of that, yes.
But I do have to ask this question because it's gonna help me decide on what I want to vote now. Is this project gonna raise the rates for our citizens as far as water rates? Is there a potential for that, or taxes?
They have done a survey, an extensive check, the amount of water that we are losing, revenue that we are losing, this project should pay for itself.
So our guarantee that's built in for our project for the 3.7 pays for itself entirely. In the packet and every document that we have that's also in the contract shows that you will have over a savings of $303,000 per year. It does go up based on water rates with what the projections are for the city, but it will comprehensively cover itself in about 12 and a half years. Then you guys have remaining funds at the end for the city.
So it won't be a direct result of this project being approved that we're gonna next year double our water rates, for example.
It's a gradual build, so you'll see over like the first year of what we do, because we don't, for the construction as the meters come in, we have a very conservative amount of savings. But everything we've put in for what you can see and what's in our contracts is a very conservative number. So we're not showing you 100% of the savings you're gonna get, we're showing you about 70%. So the city, in most likely of every other city that we've dealt with, will see in excess of what our dollars are.
If I may. So in short, we're not raising water prices tremendously because of this project.
Not because
Just-
of this project.
No.
Just on the schedule we already have, that we're already going to do.
We already
Right.
have that in place.
Yep,
It's the
okay.
gradual, yes.
Yeah. Just showing the words, yeah.
Yes.
And that was the
Absolutely.
point that I'm trying to make, is that we don't want this to be a burden on our city, simply because we wanna do something that we understand will benefit in the long run. But let's face it, we're going through some economic times right now, they're a little bit trying. And so I don't wanna burden our citizens any more than we have to unnecessarily. So that would be my main concern on this, and we'll talk more, I guess, during the finance section of this.
And we did have extensive calls with your financial advisor, your city attorney, and Melissa last week as well, to make sure that that wasn't something that was gonna happen.
Do I may? I'd like to thank PSI for thinking about the citizens, number one, and then the professionalism in which you guys did all your checks and stuff like that. It was pretty amazing to see. Thank you very much. And working with Victor on the finance and stuff, the city thanks you.
Thank you.
I have, any more question, Mr. Benitez?
No, ma'am, I'm good.
Okay, I had a motion from
Wait.
Mr.
I know too, like, y'all had said if we didn't get where we were supposed to get, y'all would compensate us from y'all's personal, from the company. So I want the community to know too that there's that too, like if it doesn't help us the way it's supposed to, then we have that as a fallback, because that's why y'all did such an extensive investigation into it. And then for the community to know too, your bill might go up, your bill might go down, but it's because your meter's not running right now. It's not anything we're doing special. It's because everything's so old and either not read or not functioning right. So there might be a change, but it's not because we're raising prices or raising taxes, or it's because the machinery right now that we have is not capable of doing its job. So
That's correct.
I just don't want them to say, oh, well, my bill went up $20. Well, you've been getting $20 of free water for the past 10 years. So that's the reason, not because we're raising rates.
Yeah, I
and-
want to say something too, because, I started meeting with Janice. We've been working on this since day one, and that's why, we know we kept dying in, kept dying. I kept still dealing with her because she has to come all the way from Dallas, and we had others come from out of town. And when they did come into, when the finally approved to do the audit, there's where we thought we were losing a lot of revenue. Debt meters and this and that, so that's why with these new meters, they'll be able to tell us where everybody's at. And there's where the revenue is gonna be coming in, because a lot of people have debt meters, let's be honest, So that's why nobody's water's going up, you're right, Ms. Bautista, nobody's water's going up, and some are cut down because it was read wrong, but otherwise, this was very important to have this done. Should have been done years ago, I really do think so, because we only went back to 2019, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how much we really lost since 2017 and so on? So I do thank you for all the work that you have put into this. I thank you a lot.
Mayor, if I may.
Yes.
No, this is a project long time coming, and I was excited 3 years ago. And if no one has any questions, I'd like to make a motion to
I have
pass
a
item
motion,
B as
Mr.
read.
There's a
I
motion.
just,
Oh, there's a motion?
yes, I have a motion here. And Mr.
Mayor, if you want to
Fernandez
call
and
for the vote.
I have a
There's
second
already
from
a
Ms. Bautista,
yeah.
Mr. Sanchez,
What was the motion?
To approve, to enter into the contract.
Okay.
To approve is read.
Mr. Sanchez,
Yes.
Mr. Dominguez,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Flores,
Yes.
Mr. Fernandez, Ms. Bautista. Yes. Motion passes. Item C.
Thank you very much, council.
Thank you,
We
guys.
look forward to working with you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Janice, thank you, Bobby. Item C, discussion and possible action on approving resolution 2132023-02R, authorizing and approving proclamation and posting and notice of intention to issue City of Poteet, Texas combination tax and limit page revenues to restriction of obligation in the maximum rate principal amount not to extend 4,500,000, providing an effective date. Melissa Papa, City Administrator.
Excel is going to help on this item, Mayor.
Mayor and council, in your packets, you should have a resolution outlining our, basically notice of intent to the city of Poteet that we will be issuing this amount for the obligation that we just talked about, the improving the water meters and the splash pad. This doesn't guarantee that we'll actually obtain financing. We still have to actually go out and get the rates and lock in a rate. Victor did a great job at the workshop to kind of explain the steps necessary to get this done in the time frame that we were looking at. So all that's needed from you all, if you have no other questions or discussion, most of which was answered at the workshop this past what was it, Friday? Tuesday?
We had a meeting Friday also.
This resolution sets out the notice of intent that we will be moving forward to try to issue this certificate of obligation to obtain these funds. Do you guys have any questions right now?
Of course. Sorry. It's not so much of a question. It's more of I guess, a concern. You know, it's a lot of money, let's face it. But I'm also realistic to know that it takes a lot of money for us to move forward in a positive way. So while I do have a concern, especially for the taxes of our citizens, especially with the economy the way it is right now, I can tell you that I can see in the future, I can see Melissa's vision, that this is an asset that will bring hopefully positive growth to Poteet. And like anything in life, you take a chance. There's no guarantees. I certainly hope that in 5 years from now or 10 years from now, we see the benefits of our decisions tonight. But I can tell you that I don't make it lightly. You know, it is a concern, like any big purchase. You don't just jump on and do it. You have concerns for financing, you have concerns. So I want you to know that we do appreciate the work you've done, Melissa, on this and bringing your vision and your dream to life. And ours as well. I mean, because again,
This work has been under your direction. You guys have put out a vision also, and we've just run with that. So all the meetings with everyone's different ideas and things to bring some quality of life to our citizens has been based on the direction from mayor and council.
so that is just my comment, is that I tread lightly, but I do support y'all. Support you.
Thank you, Mr.
I have a
Dominguez.
question. I
Yes.
thought about it and then I forgot. I guess it should have done to PSI. So are we doing the project simultaneously, or is the water going first?
It'll be all approved at once.
No, but the actual putting in of the stuff.
I think
Because
that's right. I mean, this should be first.
are we gonna do the meters and guarantee that we're making that money, or is it just gonna be all? So we're gonna do them at the same time?
I think Bobby can add to that. Bobby?
You stood up.
I guess I should have asked.
Here to the AC.
Oh,
I thought you said to say
I
something.
should have asked.
As soon as they were approved with the loan and the funds, they'll start with the more critical parts of the project, which is probably the splash pad, which that would take longer. Now, the public works stuff, that's just purchasing stuff, so that shouldn't be a big deal.
So I guess my question is like, so if we do the splash pad and then do the water, and then we don't make the money in the water, and they write us that check for the water process, we're still out the money for the splash pad, right? We're still.
I'm
just
sorry.
owing that part.
Could you repeat your question?
So
now?
like, if I was just asking if we're doing them simultaneously, because we're, the water meters are supposed to help pay for the splash pad, not set us back so much money on that. So if we, and then he had said if we don't make the money that we're supposed to off the new water meters, they would cut us that check.
Right, for the water meter accuracy itself. They're
Right.
guaranteeing that our accuracy rate will go up a certain amount.
Right.
And you can see, I think it's Exhibit C in your packets.
No, yeah.
Okay.
So I understand that. I'm just asking. So if it doesn't do that, right, and we're already doing the splash pad, they're gonna write us the money for the difference on the water
On the
meter.
guaranteed
we'll just
savings. So
be
they're guaranteeing
out on the splash pad then,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Well, they're separate and apart. The water meter project and the splash pad project, they're two separate projects, right? But we're combining them into this one contract because we're doing the financing under one vehicle. where, so they're guaranteeing us savings from the water meter. And that's the only thing that they're guaranteeing is that, you know, their accuracy is going to go up to a point where the savings that we're going to realize are outlined in your packet in Exhibit C, I believe. I think it's a $300,000 figure per year that we're going to be realizing from this guaranteed accuracy. And if they don't realize it, then they'll pay us the difference for that amount.
Okay, you got it? Okay.
Okay. Okay, Mayor, if I may,
Yes, sir.
I'd like to make a motion to pass item C as read.
I have a motion here from Councilman,
I'll second it.
and I have a second from Mayor Pro Tem. Councilman Sanchez?
What's the effective date? What's the effective date?
Today would be the effective date.
Today.
I mean, this is the resolution number, so it's not effective until we're able to lock in a rate. We'll come back in April to, you know, get y'all's approval to lock in that rate, and then in May is when you receive funding. This is just our notice of intent to issue these bonds or to issue these certificate of obligations. So it's not locked in stone yet. We're just getting the process started tonight, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, Councilman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilman Dominguez?
Yes, ma'am.
Councilman Flores?
Yes.
Councilman Fernandez?
Yes.
And Mayor Pro Tem Bautista?
Yes.
You should have one here, yeah? Oh, no, you're right here. Okay, sorry. Item D, discuss the possible action on accepting the 2022 racial profiling report from Bruce Hickman. I have Noe here.
Yes.
As everyone know that, the chief has been out with his wife right now, so Noe has been filling in, and I want to thank you,
No,
Noe, for
appreciate it.
stepping up to the plate and doing everything.
All right. Well, Mayor, Council, you want to introduce us?
Let me just real quick tell, before Noe starts, the chief reached out to us this afternoon, and he just wanted to thank mayor, council, the citizens, our pastors, our entire community for the outpouring of love and support, and everything that could be possibly done for them has been done, and he just wanted to thank you all. He wanted to let us know that Jennifer was doing well. I know Noe got to see her on Saturday, and she looked good and she was doing well. So he wanted to make sure to tell you all that he appreciated you very much. So thank you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So Mayor, Council, he submitted the racial profiling report for 2022, so he asked me to come in and see if y'all would accept that report.
Y'all have it? It's, it was dated January 6, 2023. You said 2022, right? 2023.
Yes.
But we accept it now.
Okay.
Noe, you'll just run over a couple of statistics here for us?
Okay, well, the total stops for 2022 were at 982. They were down considerably, but, you know, we were running with just one officer per shift, so. The year before, I believe we were like at 2,400 stops. But as far as any trends, it's the same as far as percentages with the different races and stuff.
So I do have a question.
Yes.
So, you would say that this is consistent with our racial profile or racial makeup of what we have in our community?
Yes.
And it would reflect that we in fact don't discriminate?
Right. It's based on the community, the way we're built, I guess.
And this is a report that's required by the state to be submitted by all police agencies every
Yes,
year,
every year,
correct?
yes, sir.
And this report it'll suffice?
Yes,
the,
that's been
necessities.
submitted already, I believe, yes.
It's been submitted to the state? Yes, okay.
We just need you to accept.
Gotcha, okay.
Okay.
Then I make a motion that we accept this racial profile report for 2022?
I'll second.
Councilman Dominguez?
I'll second.
I have a second from Councilman Sanchez. Councilman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilman Dominguez?
Yes, ma'am.
Councilman Flores?
Yeah.
Councilman Fernandez?
Yes.
And Mayor Pro Tem Bautista?
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you, Mr.
Once again,
Rodriguez.
thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Item E, discussion possible action on amending ordinance 120520117-2 permits fee for the Poteet Strawberry Festival vendors. From Melissa and Abigail.
It's on. Okay. I didn't bring the ordinance. Did you bring the ordinance? This item is on here. We usually bring it up every January, February of every year, because we set prices for the vendor booths for the Strawberry Festival down Highway 16. We haven't changed them in a few years, which is fine. The issue that we're having is our inspections. What we're charging the vendors, we're paying the inspector more. And since our ordinance sets that fee, like our health inspector, we're charging this vendor $100, but she's charging us $125. So we need to increase at least the inspection.
Yeah, I noticed that. Remember how I wanted to lower because of everything was
Thank you.
explaining that we are paying more money
Mhm.
and they're paying us a short $25. So we're actually losing on that part right there.
Yes, and the fire inspections as well. So we get our health inspections from, her name is Rebecca Vera. She works for the Texas State Health Department. And then our fire inspections are done by Chris Lopez. But I kind of given you one of these, like a breakdown, so you can see what the total is per booth size. All of the yellow ones are the grand totals of what the vendors would end up paying. And we're just recommending to increase at least on the inspection so we can recoup our money.
So what's highlighted yellow right now, that's what they're paying now.
That's the grand total.
But now, before the.
But now, yes,
But now,
right
okay.
now, that's before the increase. So take the booth size of 10 by 10, the grand total that comes out. If we increase, let's see, this.
It just goes up by 65 for
Yeah,
everybody, right?
it'll go
Across
up
the board?
by.
Okay.
Well, the health inspections is an increase by 50. We're recommending to go up to 150.
Yeah.
Instead of the 100.
The fires only increased by 15, right?
Yes,
So
yes, ma'am.
60, okay.
So.
And I know I've spoken about this because, I realize that there's no guarantee that the vendors are going to whatever. But when they do, don't forget, I just realized they're there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So out of those 4 days, they are making money.
Oh,
But
they
it's-
make
When
good.
it rains
Yeah, they
out,
make great
they
money
do
out
lose,
there.
But this is not something that we can help. It's not, we're not increasing the fee. We're just
No.
going up
No,
on what
Just
has
the
to be done.
inspections that we're paying out to the
Yeah.
inspectors.
Which I'm fine with.
So, yeah, I
If-
do suggest, and I know they'll come to me, and I will explain to them that.
Mayor, if I may.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yep, so the festival is supposed to be a money-making event of ours. I know we try to lower the prices, but in the end, it only hurts the city in the long run. So we're losing money on inspections. We need to keep these on par with everything else. I mean, everyone else's prices are going up. It doesn't benefit us to lower our prices, it's only to hurt us. So yeah, I'd like to make a motion to increase the health inspection by 100 to 150 and the fire to $50 and keep everything else the same.
We have a motion. Councilman Sanchez?
Can we make discussion?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I'll second it and then we can discuss, right?
Okay, then I have a
Okay.
second from Mayor Pro Tem Batista. Okay, any discussion?
So is the recommendation that you are making, is it just those two items, or are you all making other recommendations for tonight?
That's all our recommendation, but if you have other ideas, you're more than welcome to bring it. We have not drafted an amendment,
That
so.
I missed something, because that's what I thought. But I-
Yeah, no, that's why there's not an amendment drafted, so you guys can
This
change
is
whatever
only
you
for
want,
the
but
fee.
this is just our recommendation.
But that's
We
clarified
just don't
enough.
wanna lose money.
Yes,
Absolutely, I agree. I
We're
agree.
charging this amount and we're paying somebody this, so it's
Right.
not adding up. So at where we're at right here, we at least
Yes, ma'am.
break
No, I
even.
agree now. I just
So
I
that's
was
for the
confused
expansion of
myself.
the,
Okay.
That clarified it. Thank you, Mayor.
okay. Council, any more, discussion?
Henry?
Okay, Sanchez, Councilman Sanchez,
Yes.
Councilman Dominguez,
Yes, ma'am.
Councilman Flores,
Yes.
Councilman Fernandez,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Batista,
Yes.
motion passes to increase it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item F, discussion possible action on appointing Abigail, Francisco, how do you say your last name, Abigail?
Frachi.
Fragy. Fragy, I've known you for all these years, never knew your last name. As Deputy City Secretary, this is from Administrator Melissa Poppin.
As you all know, I'll give a little update on Carrie. Carrie fell back in December and broke the bone that goes across her shoulder right here. She had a doctor's appointment on the 6th of February, and
her stay at home has been extended till for sure March the 6th. We have a lot of business to take care of, and many things require the city secretary's signature. So I think it's very fitting that we bring Abby on as deputy city secretary. She's doing the job, and I will speak to say that she's doing an amazing job. The last couple of weeks, we've taken on a couple of hats that are new to her, and she's grabbed everything and she's ran with it, and again, she's done an amazing job. So I would like to get your blessings on appointing her as our deputy city secretary.
Mayor, if I may.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Popham. I mean, I've been in talks with you from the beginning, even before the situation happened to Ms. Carey, you know, that in case something should happen, we do need a city secretary, or deputy city secretary, excuse me, to be attesting to all these documents that we approve. So I want to thank you for that. So, Madam Mayor, if I may, I would like to approve item F as read.
I have a motion to approve item F from Ms. Councilman Fernandez. Do I have a second? I have a second from Mayor Pro Tem. So, Ms. Bautista. Any discussion?
Yes, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
You know I had to come up with.
Yes,
So,
sir.
just for clarification, Ms. Popham, this is part of your plan of cross-training and getting everybody to work. In a small municipality like ours, it's very hard on staff when you have specific people in specific positions. So it's important to cross-train so that in the event that we're short-staffed, another person can jump in that position and keep our city functioning efficiently.
That's absolutely correct. You've seen that we have started to do that. We've made some movements with the library and also Faye at the police department. The team has stepped up tremendously to work with us to do this cross-training. It's very important. I know there's been a little bit of inconvenience with the library being closed on Tuesdays and Thursdays. There is a note on the door for anybody who needs anything. We're just across the street, and if you need something, we're happy to go there. But in order to make this plan as successful as we know it can be, what we're doing has to take place. So, yes, having Abby be able to take care of the secretary duties, even when Carrie gets back, there's still a lot of moving parts in what we're doing. So, we all need to know exactly what, we need to know what Danae's doing and what Andrea's doing, what Lisa does. Faye at the PD, nobody can do her job. She keeps all those guys in line. So it's very important that we do the cross training, and this is part of it. Yes, sir.
And part of you running the city is that your job is to make sure that our priorities are fulfilled. So in other words, obviously, if you're looking at the library, now let's make it clear, we're not gonna close the library.
No.
I wanna make that statement right now publicly,
No.
that I will never support closing our library. Okay, so let's make that clear, that what your job as our city administrator is to make sure that our city functions at the top level and that certain priorities need to be addressed. So again, billing obviously is one. There's other police departments, so there's priorities that need to be addressed. So that's where we leave it at your discretion. But we appreciate the fact that you're bringing your staff on board and cross training so that in the event we have somebody that's sick or somebody that's down, it doesn't shut us down.
That's right.
We're able to still send out the water bills. We're still able to send out to pay our bills. So I just want to make that point that this is part of a bigger picture. That we're going to support you on that, or at least I am. I can't speak for the rest of us.
Last Thursday, we had, Lisa was here, we had a lady who wanted to rent the library, and we walked right over, we took care of her, we got her signed up for a baby shower, no problem whatsoever, not whatsoever. So, Lisa and I did meet prior to this, just so everyone is fully aware. She came into my office and we sat down and we discussed this. 2 weeks prior to us visiting, she had gone on a cruise for like 7-8 days, and the library was closed, completely down. I don't want that to happen. I want someone else within City Hall to be able to go over there and fulfill the duties while the librarian is out. Same thing as here. I want the duties to be filled. So I spoke with Lisa, called her in. I'm like, let's look and see. You tell me, what days are good for you? What days would work for you to come and cross-train here at City Hall? She said Tuesdays and Thursdays are like one of my slowest days. I don't really have very many people. They weren't days that she did her adult stuff, so.
We're talking personnel.
Yeah, Ms. Popham, if we could just limit to deputy city
Right,
secretary
and
at this
the
point.
point I was making is that in a small organization, we do cross-train.
Yes, sir.
And so it's typical. And so we appreciate Abby taking on that extra hat. I would assume that there's some kind of financial compensation, obviously.
Yes, there is, yes.
And is that part of what we can discuss now, council?
Well, if we could just hold it to the discussion of appointing Miss Abby for the deputy city secretary.
We will, take for that tonight.
Gotcha. Okay, so then that's all the point that I wanted to make. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Dominguez. So I had,
I got one more
the motion,
thing.
right?
Hernandez and Bautista.
Yeah, and Ms. Bautista, I have it here. Did you have a question, mister?
Yes. Do you want this, Abby? Yeah. Okay, then I'm good.
She's not gonna jump for joy, I can tell you that.
Okay, Mr.
You could say no.
Mr. Sanchez?
Yes.
I just think too, and I'm happy that you are because it helps the city for when we do have something that only the secretary can handle, and you're here to do it. I mean, we've had them in the past, and honestly, I think Carrie was overwhelmed to begin with, so I think this would help her out when she comes back.
I want to say, I come in now and, I mean, with Abby, everybody cross screen, I see all the girls smiling, I see all with smile when I come in here. We're over there, Danae, and we also, I don't know if you know, we have someone else that's coming in, with the workforce. Remember, we do have somebody coming in also on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, if I'm not mistaken, and it's only so now, and everybody's got, I see them at the window, I see them up here, I see Abby and Andrea, they're working with each other, you know, everybody's cross training, and I just, it makes me happy to see everybody, you know, learning every step. So, okay, let's go with this. Okay, we appointed Abby, right? Oh, no, wait, I'm taking votes. Sanchez already, Councilman Sanchez, yes. Dominguez,
Yes, ma'am.
Councilman Flores,
Yes.
Councilman Fernandez,
Yes.
and Mayor Pro Tem Bautista.
Yes.
Congratulations, Miss Abby, it's been passed. Oh.
We just need
do I
to
have paper?
swear her in.
Do I have a paper here? Guess this one. Oh, I have to swear you in? Come on, why you give me the heart? I don't like to. Alright.
I mean, we could have a notary do it.
Oh, yeah,
Or
we don't
she
have
could
a
do
notary.
it.
Right.
She's totally up to you.
Oh, she is good for your notary? No. Oh, okay, I, Denise Sanchez, oh no. Okay, raise your right hand. Let me, no, yo no mido. These are small letters. I didn't know they were gonna be small letters. Okay, Miss Abby, everybody, she's gonna get sworn in. Everybody smile. Okay, please state your name. I know, I just stomach.
Okay, go.
Okay, I
Abigail Crouchy,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
or confirm
or affirm
that I have not directly or indirectly paid,
that I have not directly or indirectly paid,
offer, promise to pay,
offered, or promised to pay or contribute,
or promise to contribute any money or things of value,
or promised to contribute any money or things of value,
or promise any public office or employment,
or promise any public office or employment,
or giving or withholding
for giving or withholding
of a vote at the election
of a vote at the election
at which I was elected,
at which I was elected,
or as a reward to secure my appointment,
or as a reward to secure my appointment,
confirmation,
confirmation,
whichever the case may be,
whichever the case may be,
so help me God.
so help me God.
And the title position to which elected appointment, Deputy City Secretary, Abigail, this one she'll be signed,
That's, thank you.
Fauci. Oh, I signed it right there?
You're gonna sign this one for me, but it's yours.
Oh, this one, we gotta do another one?
Yep.
Okay, raise your right hand.
Go ahead.
That's your left hand, no, I'm name. In the name and by the authority of the state law, I
I, Abigail Crouchy,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
or confirm
or affirm
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
execute
execute
the duties of the office of
the duties of the office of
Deputy City Secretary
Deputy City Secretary
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will to the best of my ability
and will to the best of my ability
preserve, protect,
protect,
and defend the Constitution, the laws of the United States
and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States
and of this state, so help me God.
and of this state, so help me God. Okay.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
signature and the person,
Oh, me, yeah, this is good, I wasn't, okay. Do I have to print or you print your name over? Okay, she's gonna take a picture. I didn't have, oh, no.
And then, no, hold on.
Yo, everybody, la panza, por favor. Everybody. I want us, when they see it, they, oh God, look at all the council members and the mayor, they all got skin stomachs. Congratulations, ma'am. I feel good. Okay, on there now. Okay, we did that one already, right? You, let me see. That was F. And we're item 6. It says here section, the city council of the city of Poteet will converse into executive sessions in accordance with the Texas Open Meeting Act to discuss matter authorized by the Texas Government Code. Section 551.071. Thessalonian with the attorney, section 551087, economy development, and section 551.072, real estate. Real property. And the time is 7:32. You need to this. Ingrid, ¿no quieres una coca? I know, right now I brought some soda, right? My Coke. I got it. steal my can. Right, Abby? But I don't want you to steal mine anyway. I don't want you to steal mine anyway. It's getting cold. I need one in my room. In my office. Okay. Damn. Yeah, turn it on. Oh, I didn't. Okay, make sure you turn it on. It's, which one do I say it? Do I read this one here? I didn't read this one. I go back to this one, right? Item 6, and it is 8:07, or is it 8:07 that we, huh?
Reconvene.
Oh, the City Poteet, okay. And put on the glasses. City Poteet, City Council will reconvene into open session to consider and to take appropriate action on the closed session item. It is 8:07. Item 8, discussion and possible action on approving resolution number 02132023-03R, supporting special legislation for the creation of Atascosa County Municipal Utility District Number 2.
I'd like
From
to make
Melissa, Papa City Administrator.
I'd like to make a motion to pass item A as read.
I have a motion from
I'll second, Mayor.
Council,
And I'll second Mayor.
and I have a second from Councilmember Mr. Dominguez. Any discussion? Okay, I have, Councilman Sanchez,
Yes.
Councilman Dominguez,
Yes, ma'am.
Councilman Flores,
Yes.
Councilman Fernandez,
Yes.
and Mayor Pro Tem Bautista.
Yes.
Motion passes. Okay, item B, city,
I hope so.
oh yes, bye.
Let's hope so.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for coming.
Item B, council comments, no action to be taken. Item A, Councilmember Sanchez,
Yep. Thank y'all for coming and watching.
Councilman Dominguez,
Thank you, Mayor, and thanks for having a good meeting. Appreciate it.
you're welcome. Councilman Flores,
I would like to let everybody know to send out your prayers out to Jennifer and Bruce Hickman and the Hickman family. The other thing is on this proclamation that the mayor made for the violence and stuff. All I gotta say is, man, be a leader. Go out there. If you see something is wrong, you can tell when a teenager or a child changes. Their moods change, things change. Take notice of those things and have those conversations with your children, your grandchildren, your nephews, nieces, and be a part of their lives. Don't let that go to the wayside. We too many times we don't want to deal with children because they're acting up maybe, but ask those questions. That's important in parenting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Be safe going home, and thank you to the fellow council members and Ms. Popham, Isel, and Abby. Thank you.
I do want to thank everybody for the progress we've made. I think we have a great team, and it shows with everything that's been going forward instead of going back. So I want to thank everybody involved in this council, and then our whole team from the city to our officers, our EMS, our first responders. Thank y'all all, and everybody have a great Valentine.
Miss, what's going through in this day, and Bobby, I want to thank you both too. Thank y'all for
Thank you.
everything. So I need, someone to.
I'll
I'll
make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Well, I
I'll
have
second it.
1, 2, 3, I don't know who's, Mr. Front. Make the first.